I never thought I'd be the kind of woman to betray my vows. When I stood across from my husband, Daniel, on our wedding day, I promised forever. But somewhere between the stress of life, his long work hours, and my own insecurities, I began to feel invisible. And in my loneliness, I made the worst choice of my life. I told myself it was harmless at first. Just conversations. Just attention. But one step led to another, and soon, I had crossed a line I could never uncross. The guilt followed me everywhere. At night, lying beside Daniel, I stared at the ceiling, wondering how I had become someone I didn't even recognize. When he asked, "Are you okay?" I would force a smile. Just tired. He believed me because he trusted me. And that trust was the very thing I was destroying. I remember sitting in the car one night, gripping the steering wheel, whispering to myself, "You have to stop this. You're not this person." But shame has a way of chaining you to your worst decisions. I lived in two worlds, the life Daniel thought we had, and the dark secret I carried alone. Then one evening, it all came crashing down. Daniel found a message on my phone. When I walked through the door, he was sitting on the couch, pale, the phone in his hand. His voice was quiet, almost broken. "Is it true?" I froze, every excuse I had rehearsed vanishing into nothing. My silence was the answer he needed. I had never seen so much pain in someone's eyes. "I loved you," he whispered. "I trusted you with my whole life." Tears poured down my face. "Daniel, I'm so ashamed. I don't even know who I am anymore." He stood slowly, shaking his head. "You're not the woman I married." And then he walked out. The sound of the door closing behind him was louder than any scream. I sat on the floor that night, sobbing, drowning in the weight of what I had done. Days passed, then weeks. He didn't come back. I tried calling, texting, begging for a chance to explain, to change, to somehow undo what couldn't be undone. But Daniel never answered. In the end, I lost him. Not because he stopped loving me, but because I stopped respecting the love we had. I tell this story not because I'm proud, but because I'm ashamed. Ashamed of the lies, the betrayal, the selfishness. And if anyone ever asks me what regret feels like, I'll say, it feels like watching the only person who ever loved you walk away, knowing it was your own hands that pushed him. Because sometimes the worst prison isn't made of walls. It's made of choices you can never take back.